brought you here because this is the battleground on which Walter Tull fought his last action. In March, early March, on the 1st of March 1918, Walter Tull was still in Italy. If you remember, I said that the battalion had been taken over to Italy to fight against the Austro-Hungarian Empire, to help the Italians, who were allies of Britain. The British Army had gone there to help fight, and over there Walter Tull had been really very brave, leading these trench raids and been commended for his valour. In 1918 they were brought back on March the 1st, and they came back and they were 1,000 strong, 2 train loads, 500 each, about 1,000 strong, and they came back here. They came back just in time for the Germans to launch their massive German spring offensive in 1918. The Americans had entered the war in April. The Germans knew that there were going to be millions of American troops sooner or later coming to the Western Front. The Russian Revolution had taken place in 1917. That released all the German soldiers that were fighting against the Russians on the Eastern Front to come over to the West in one final gamble to smash the Allies and end the war. The Germans brought all their troops across, massive munitions, many guns, and on the 21st of March 1918 the Germans launched their massive offensive on the Western Front. And it hit the British Army a little further east here, but on the Somme. And the Germans were spectacularly successful. Ripped apart trench warfare and advanced in terms of miles every day. Now on Western Front terms, that's huge. By the 21st of March, 22nd of March, they're getting closer to Bapaume, which is the town you can see across there with the spires. Tull's battalion is brought up here and they bivouac. Can you see up the road there, Jimmy? There's that sort of, above the white pile, there's a block of trees. That's an old memorial, a monument to the Franco-Prussian War from 1870-71. And we know, because war diaries tell us, that Walter Tull was bivouacked round here in March, in March, before he went out east. But the Germans put attack after attack in, and bit by bit, the British were held back to that line of that road. You can see the vehicles there passing that memorial now. And on the night of the 24th, 25th of March 1918, Walter Tull and his men were digging in trenches in this valley here, it said, north of the road here, in that valley. And that's where Walter Tull spent the night digging in until dawn on the 24th, 25th of March. At 8 o'clock in the morning, on the 25th of March, however, the Germans rained shells on the line of that road where some advanced posts were. And the troops, the British troops, fell back from there and streamed back through the Middlesex positions here. The Germans followed them. And the war diary says, massed ranks of the enemy. Now just imagine, field grey uniforms, Jimmy. Look out there and imagine those German troops with those coal scuttle helmets just coming down, streaming down across the field from that road there and hitting the line of the Middlesex here. The Middlesex try and hold them off. Rifle fire, machine gun fire. But there's machine gun fire coming in from Bapaume and actually coming in from the right rear here into their back. So the Germans are getting back, round the back. Tull and his men start to fall back towards the village behind us, which is Bivvelle. And we know, because the diary tells us, that his commanding officer, Alan Haig Brown, the Spurs footballer, he's killed. The Germans get into headquarters and he's killed. He's actually buried for the first time over there. And they're firing, and Tull is leading his men. And he falls, he's hit. He's hit through the neck, the bullet comes out through his eye as they're fighting this rearguard action. And we know from a letter from a chap called Billingham, who was a goalkeeper for Leicester Fosse, that he tried to go out with another man and rescue Walter Tull. They get a hold of Walter Tull and tried to bring him back to rescue him. But the Germans were so close that they had to leave him. They'd leave his body on the ground. And they fell back through the village here. And took another position in a railway and then fell back further as the Germans started to come until it got dark on the 25th. But we know that that day several officers were killed. One was the commanding officer, but another man was Walter Tull. And somewhere here, Jimmy, I believe, on these fields between that valley and this village, is where that great Northampton footballer, that great British officer, Walter Tull, fell and died.
And he was never recovered, was he?
His body was
never recovered.
His body was never recovered. Now, whether he was recovered later and unidentified, he was buried, or whether the body of Walter Tull lies here, somewhere beneath where we're standing in these fields, we will never know. Takes your breath away.
It does. Put everything else in perspective. You know?
Imagine going from the football famous player, put in a position of such pressure will go to leave and try and unload. Just this enormous weight of the German infantry.
I would think you would try to find a way. But I know that you have to be beyond brave. We have it easy.